Okay, so basically, quick one to talk about long combinations and how you can remember them. The analogy I normally use is when you try and remember a telephone number and someone reads it out to you. Normally they'll give you like 5, 3 and 3 or whatever else, what other combinations work. That is called chunking. So that's a really good thing to do. If you practice like a combination, a longer sequence, and chunk it, you can see where the transitional elements get messed up as well. So I would highly recommend that. And then just going back to the old laws of anything, scientific endeavor is all based around like trial and error. So you do something, you figure it out, and then that goes from 0 to 1. And then from there, you do some trial and error, and then you go to 2. So everything is incremental in terms of the way it builds. So if we say like 1, 2, 3 and 4 are sections, you work on them individually, and then basically once you're okay with doing, say, variation 1, and then you try and do variation 2 in isolation, then putting them together, you figure out, oh, actually, I can't do the transition. So there's 3 parts to it. You've got the plural side of however many combinations it is that you've got that you're trying to put together, but then you've also got the linking part. Now, the linking part itself, that is usually for me the toughest bit, but what I normally do is I just really slow down at the link, or like train that, and then basically the flow then can get quicker. So remembering longer combinations, do the memory chunking, start with incremental practice on sections in isolation, then try and put those individual segments together, and then see if you can transition healthily between one to the other. And then if that takes some time, slow down, slow down, and then increase the speed, and then just put everything all together. Eventually it does go into your muscle memory, but it takes time and it takes practice, but keep practicing and good luck tapping. Long-term combinations, long-term commitments, long chain combinations, right? So when you remember something, you want to try and have it so that you've rehearsed it so much in its entirety that you can come back to it, and then one little thread can get you along this track that is in your muscle memory, which is like a huge amalgamation. So this even links back to the improvography. You might have little bits that you can draw on within your improvisation, but then they don't have to be small bits. They can be huge, long amalgamations which you've practiced over and over again, and you've ironed out the creases. So safety nets, It says if you want to take a break from thinking, you can go into one of these longer chain amalgamations that you've nurtured and cultivated, through trial and error, incremental approach, and also memory chunking. So that's my advice to you. Hope that helps, Jilly. Peace.